I thought it was a great team win. I thought they played well together, especially with so much time off.
Yeah, I mean, it was a heck of a break you guys took and come out, beat Elon, and now big win against William and Mary. Were you a little nervous coming off of this month-long break? I mean, you guys were riding a win streak and you have to go play 2 conference games.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're in a tough conference, and so to be off for 27 days, I thought it would be hard to kickstart us. But, they fought in practice. They worked hard in practice. The first quarter of the game the other day and the first quarter today was a little slow, but I think we're trying to get back on the wheel and start turning. So, with the assists today, 21 assists on 33 baskets, we're starting to feel each other.
5 players in double digits, led by Aleah with 25. I mean, you've said it since you've been here, everyone's going to score, and you're having these games over and over again where everybody is scoring, and this was quite a lot today.
Yeah, it is, again, with the confidence that everybody has the opportunity to score. It makes us feel good, but, it's also difficult for our opponents to scout us because there's so many weapons.
On the broadcast, going into the fourth quarter, I asked Brian Holder, you're in the driver's seat by this much. How do you go into this fourth quarter? You've done it. It's over. It's pretty much wrapped up. She goes, well, it's CAA play. It's a statement. Do you look at it that way, that you need to make statements in CAA games?
Yeah, and it shows consistency. What we want to do is be consistent and play our game from the very tip to the end. And so in the fourth quarter, we've got to continue to play. This is a tough conference, and at any time, somebody can have a run.
Obviously 5 in double digits, 20 points from your bench. We've talked about it ad nauseum. It seems like the depth of this team.
Yeah.
Most of this bench could start elsewhere in the CAA.
Right.
I mean, to look up and down your bench and know that you have options on options on options, I mean, that has to be a good feeling.
Yeah, it is a really, really good feeling to, put subs in and not have a drop-off. I mean, 20 points from the bench is phenomenal, and, we expect that. So, we want to be able to score from the first person to the 14th person.
Ali Kubek, 14, all but 1 basket from beyond the arc. Are you surprised? And a lot of them were pretty open looks.
Yeah.
Are you surprised how open, because she's shown she can hit that shot, how open she is from time to time?
Yeah, it's tough for opponents to guard her because she's mobile and she can stretch the defense, and, that's a shot that she takes all the time.
Rayne Tucker, double-double. I mean, we knew what we were going to get with her
Right.
transferring in. I mean, she's been as advertised to you?
Absolutely, and probably more. She's really, really comfortable and confident, and we're going to let her rip.
And then Aleah, I mean, she's steady as they come, 25 points, 5 assists. I mean, there was that one stretch, I think, in the third where she couldn't miss the basket. She was hitting everything that she put up there. And I mean, does she have an ultimate green light situation from you?
Well, the thing about Aleah is, they all have the green light, but the thing about Aleah is she gets other people involved and she scores when she needs to score. So she's had a couple games where she scored quite a bit, but in all of those games, she's still getting assists. She's still putting people in positions for them to score as well.
You're now in the conference play. You're going to have a quick stop at Princeton with JMU on the horizon. That's always an emotional game. It's always a rivalry. How do you manage those emotions? And I'm definitely not talking about one person individually on your roster, but how do you manage that for any rivalry?
Yeah, well, and JMU's been a rival. I mean, they've led the conference for so many years. But our main thing is we've got to be consistent in what we do, no matter the opponent. And I'm trying to get them to start thinking like that consistency. Like, it doesn't matter who we play, we've got to go in with the same mindset.
I thought we played really well as a team. I mean, I think we had at least over 10, 15 just assists throughout the whole team. So I think just sharing the ball a lot and just really playing like team basketball. I mean, Coach Rich talked about it in the locker room. I mean, there was really no drop-off. I mean, everybody coming off the bench really played well. I think we combined for 20-plus points off our bench. So, I mean, it was just a really good team win overall.
Slow start in that first quarter shooting-wise, and then the second quarter it kind of seemed like the floodgates opened and you guys couldn't be stopped. Just tell me about what was going on in that second quarter.
Yeah, in the beginning it was a slow start. I mean, granted, we haven't played a game besides on Friday in like a month. So, I mean, we're still trying to get that groove, but I think Coach Zach was talking about it. Once we get like a month within playing within the conference, I think like getting the rotations down, everybody's getting comfortable with each other. I think we'll really come out in the first quarter. But I mean, once we came out in the first quarter well, like after the media timeout, we played really well. But we can't do that like the rest of the season because teams might come out and really bite us. So we never want to play from behind. So luckily that we just picked it up after the mid first quarter and we got it back.
3 steals for you yourself, 12 as a team, and then as a team, 32 points off of turnovers. Just talk about the team's defense and how you guys turned it into offense.
Yeah, we take pride in defense. I think we're actually like top 25 in the country for defense. So I mean, it was a struggle at first to really try to get the defense rotations down. But then once we get it down, we know we can score the ball, but it's about stopping teams and getting stops and then scoring the ball. So we know that everybody on our squad can score. It's just about who can stop the ball and at what point in time. But I think we do a great job of that. I mean, also when we stop the ball, it also gives us time to get turnovers and then like to transition into steals and then runouts for layups. So I think just taking pride on defense because then that leads to our offense.
Scoring-wise, 25 points for you. You hit 5 shots from behind the arc. Talk about your confidence shooting the ball and how that just kind of grows throughout the game.
It definitely grows, especially if I know I have to work on if I miss the first one to keep shooting because I know I'm not as consistent with that. But when I hit my first shots, then I really get a groove of the game, and then that's where the 3 steals came in, and then the rebounds and assists. But I mean, I'm just way more confident. I mean, my teammates have confidence in me. Whenever they drive, they kick, they look to me. Coach Rich tells me to keep shooting. Coach Zach, Coach Miles, Coach Curley. So everybody tells me to keep shooting. So it's never in my head to not shoot the ball. But I think it's just now myself having confidence that if I do miss the first shot, to make the second and the third or whatever.
I think we played really well as a team. I feel like one thing about our team is like everybody can have a good game. Like there's no one person you can stop. Like every game, somebody shows up and does what needs to be done.
What's that like playing on a team where any night it can be somebody different, or as we saw today, it could be 5 of you that kind of just explode on a stat sheet? What's that like, just knowing that there's so many options all over the court?
I think it just makes us really hard to guard. I know from my experience before I got here at JMU, it's just like only focusing on 2 people. Like even our scouts, like we've literally never focused on more than 2 or 3 people on our scout. So having to guard like 5 people, like the whole starting 5, and 2, 3 people off the bench too, that's really a lot for people to do.
Double-double for you tonight. How's it been going as you've been working your way back more and more and getting more minutes each game and now starting as well? How's that transition been?
The transition was hard for me at first, knowing like what I did last year and then coming back and not being like on minute restrictions, not getting the numbers I wanted. It was really frustrating. But the coaches believed in me, my teammates believed in me, even if I was missing shots. They always told me to keep shooting, even in practice, even if I miss, it's just like keep your head up, you'll be fine. So the confidence that my teammates, coaches, everybody gave me, and just getting back into the flow of playing, like this month little break was really, it was helpful for me personally. I don't know about everybody else, but just because like I just like got time to practice. I didn't really have time to like sit down and practice before I came back because we were already in the flow of games.
You're obviously no stranger to CAA play. For you, how did that mindset change going from non-conference to conference play?
For me, I think since most of the people I've been playing against for 3 years now, so I feel like I really know like a lot of the teams, what they like to do. So I'm personally more confident in conference play just because I know, and like there's more like a set schedule, so it's just conference play is a little easier.